Let's talk about exams, medical board exams. With Dr. Kwafu, hey, hey. Everybody got around, hey, hey.
Hello viewers, welcome back to the Medical Board Exam Experience with Dr. Kwafu. Today, we have Dr. Abeer, an international medical graduate of Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan Medical and Dental College in Lahore, Pakistan. He recently took the USMLE Step 1 exams and had a score of 261. Today he has joined us to share with us his experience on how he studied and prepared for these exams. I will leave his contacts, both email and WhatsApp, under the description button of this video. So anybody who needs further information concerning USMLE Step 1 can keep in touch with him. Let us join Dr. Abeer in our discussion room. Thank you. Viewers, on this channel I interview doctors who have successfully passed or failed any medical board exams to share their exams preparation experience with us and with all those preparing to write theirs. If you are watching me and you have experience in any medical board exams and would like to share with us, kindly contact me on my Facebook page, Instagram, or leave a comment at the comment section of this video and I'll keep in touch. Please do not forget to subscribe to this channel and recommend this channel to any medical student or medical doctor who is preparing to write the board exams of any country. Thank you. My first question is, on a scale of 1 to 10, how good was your concept before you started your preparation? How good was your concept, basic concept?
Actually, I'm always been a very good student in the medical school, so I would rate about 7 to 8, I guess.
Oh, okay. So at what point in your medical school did you decide to begin your preparation for USMLE?
It was not until my 4th year that I thought I have to give this exam. I didn't have a clue in the first 3 years of my medical school that there's USMLE. So suddenly a senior told me about this and I got to know about it, and I thought and I looked up for the USMLE residency, the residency in America, and I thought it's a very good opportunity to go there and do the residency from there, because it's one of the best residency out in the world right now.
Yes. Okay. So when you decided to start this journey, what are some of the resources you started with?
Okay. I started with the Kaplan series. I started from the Biochem. I watched Dr. Turco Biochem lectures. Normally, I would read the Kaplan series and then move on to the FA at the same time, so that I can cover both of these at the same time. And after that, I started doing the subject-wise approach. I watched physio videos, then the anatomy videos, then the patho from Dr. Abdul Sattar Pathoma, and that was fantastic. And this for every subject.
Okay, so basically you watch the Kaplan video, then you do the corresponding first aid.
Yes, exactly.
So you finish all the Kaplan videos?
In around, I guess, 3 to 4 months.
Okay, did you finish all the Kaplan books and the videos? Did you read the books as well?
No, I only did the lectures and move on to the FA.
Okay, so did you do all the lectures?
Yes, I did all the lectures.
Okay,
except patho. I didn't do the patho from Kaplan series. I did pathoma for that.
Okay, so which was your favorite Kaplan subject or lecture? Which one really did you really like?
It was Dr. Turco's, no doubt about that. He was fantastic. He made me love biochemistry. I always hated biochemistry from medical school, but he made sure that I fell in love with biochem.
Okay, so Kaplan, it took you about 4 months. And so after the Kaplan and first aid and pathoma, what next did you do?
I then did a cover-to-cover read of FA the second time. It took me almost 1.5 months, and then I moved to the UWorld.
Okay, UWorld online or offline UWorld?
I always I started from the online. I never did offline UWorld.
Okay. So how many months did you purchase or subscribe for the U-Word?
I had a subscription of 6 months, but then the COVID came and the lockdown came. That's another story. I have to, extend my subscription by another 6 months. So
Okay.
in total, it was about a year.
Okay. So how did you do the U-Word questions?
Okay. I only did 1.5 pass of UWorld. I didn't do it the 2 times like all people do. What I did was I started the random time mode approach right from the start. I didn't do the UWorld system wise. It took me a lot of effort to do the annotations if you're doing random wise, but I thought it helped me a lot in the end.
Okay. So how was your scores at the beginning of U-Word?
My final percentage was like kind of 81%, I guess.
81%.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's quite impressive. So you did the U-Word and annotated in the first aid as well, right?
Yes. I did the annotations on the FA along with the UWorld.
Okay. So how long did it take you to finish a block of U-Word and review it?
Uh, you are talking about a one block or all the
Yeah,
blocks?
one block of U-Word, 40
Okay.
questions.
Okay. So in the start, I used to do only, like 20 to 25 questions a day with at least an hour study. So with time, I guess it took me 1 month to go back to like 30 to 35 questions and a further 15 days to go back so that I can complete one block a day.
Okay. So you do all that and review the same day?
Yes, I do. I do a blog in the morning, and I used to review it all day.
Okay. Okay. So how did you review it? Did you read the entire explanations or you just read the objectives? How did you read the explanations?
I read all the explanations. Everyone told me that the U world is gold, so I read all each and every word of the U world, and I annotated every important line on my FA.
Okay. Okay. So how long did it take you to finish the entire U-Word?
It took me around 3 months to complete my first pass of the U world.
Oh, okay. Okay. So after the first pass of U-Word, what next did you do?
So okay, so after the first pass of the U world, I had my exam on the April 4th, and it got delayed. So I was preparing doing my final revision, all that, and all of a sudden, 15 days before my exam, I got the email from Prometric that the center is closed due to the lockdown in my country, and I had to reschedule my exam after that.
Okay. So you were going to write the exams without taking NBME?
No, no, I did NBME. Right
Okay.
after doing the World, I did NBME 21, and I got 249 score.
Okay. So you did only one NBME?
I did one NBME, and it was like March. So I was planning to do all my NBMEs in March and set for my exam on the April 4th.
Okay. But you ended up doing just one NBME?
Yes, I ended up with only one NBME. When I got the confirmation that my exam is cancelled, I don't know what to do. So it kind of all fell down from there.
Okay. Okay. So how did you review the NBME questions? Did you try to get the right answers?
Yeah, I reviewed NBME, every single question of NBME. I used to look up for the new concepts that are there in the NBME. I did Google searches. I watched YouTube videos from anywhere I can get that concept. I used to do the searches.
Okay. And the U-Word first and second assessment, how was it?
Um, the UWorld first and second assessment was good. I got 271 on my UWSA 1 and a 262 on UWSA 2.
Okay, so which one did you take first?
I took UWSA 1 almost 2 months before my exam, and UWSA 2 right 3 to 4 days before my exam.
Okay. So so far you've mentioned Kaplan, Patoma, UWOD, and First Aid. Are these the only resources
Yes.
you use?
No, I did some of the other resources for the subjects that I know I am weak in. Like, let's say I did Sketchy for micro. It was a very, very important source for that. I got all my exams questions from there. Definitely a gold source. And I did anatomy shelf notes there for the gross anatomy. I used, cornered case 100 ethics cases for the ethics portion. I did Biostat UWorld review file. It's a separate file other than the UWorld questions. Okay, so these are the other resources that I used.
Oh, okay. So you didn't use Ankai because of late Ankai has become very popular. You didn't use any flashcards.
Uh, I started them, but it didn't match my temperament, so I left them after doing only like about 50 cards, I guess.
Oh, okay. So you didn't even do much of it.
Yeah, I'm not that kind of person, who reads the same thing again and again and again.
Oh, okay. Okay. So when you were going to the exams, how was your you have really prepared or you were a bit skeptical?
Okay, so I was getting the scores in my all assessments, but my confidence, was like, I don't know, was like shattered all on the exam day. Right before my exam, 1 hour before the exam, I felt so anxious. I had palpitations, so I took Indrol, and it calmed me down. It helped me control my nerves.
Okay. So during the exams day in
Okay,
the morning, um how did you manage your time during the exams? How many blocks did you
okay.
take? How many breaks? Yeah.
Okay. So what I did, and I would recommend everyone to do this, that I simulated my real exam at least 7 to 8 times during my prep, during the last 2 weeks of my preparation. What I used to do is I set up an alarm on my mobile for an hour or 50 minutes. That's the break I was going to use. So what I did was, with the NVMEs, it's like almost 5 hours. I did the 2 blocks of the UWorld randomly so that I can simulate my real exam. 7 hours of the block with the 1 hour of break. Okay. So I did everything before my real exam, what I was going to do on that day. So I took breaks in the first break after every block. The first break was of 5 minutes. The next one was also 5 minutes. Then 10. The next one also 10. Then 15 and 15 for the last one.
Okay. So during the exams, when you saw the questions, were there new things to you, or they are things you've already seen in some of the resources you?
It wasn't exactly like you were, but I think they were like free 120 available on the USMLE side.
Oh, okay. You did the free 120.
Yeah, I did that as well.
How was the score?
It was around, I guess, 97 percentage.
Oh, okay. So the exams was like MBME and not really like UWOD.
No, it was like free 120, as I said.
Okay. But what about the concepts? Do you think UWOD covers all the concepts in the exams?
Yes, definitely, definitely. A lot of the concepts were from the UL, and it helped me a lot.
Okay. So imagine you do only UWOD. Do you think you can pass the exams? Only UWOD.
No, I guess you would definitely need FA with that.
Oh, okay. So UWOD doesn't cover everything in FA.
No, no.
Okay. So if you are asked to choose one top resource based on your exposure to the exams questions, what is the most important resource? The gold standard resource.
I would say you will, definitely you will.
Okay, you would above FA. Okay,
Every other.
okay. So let's come back to, because most people are very particular about the resources. Yeah. So
Okay.
you went through the Kaplan once, Patoma once,
Okay.
FA how many times?
Uh, I did all the lectures only once. I did Pathoma once. Okay. What I did was I did at least 4 to 5 passes of my FA.
Okay. So you literally knew almost every word in FA.
Yeah, it was kind of that, but I even after so much reads, I didn't get the confidence. It always felt like I didn't learn anything. I forgot everything.
Okay. So which subject was very um had a lot of concepts from during the exams? Which system or subjects did you get a lot of questions from?
I guess it was immuno and general patho section.
Or general pathology,
Yes, general pathology section and the immunology.
immunology?
Yes.
Oh, okay, okay. So when you finished the exam, did you know you were going to get this score?
No, no, not at all. I was shattered by the exam. I felt lost after the exam. I didn't know how much well I performed on the exam.
During the exams, you were not sure of the answers you were choosing.
Yeah, not at all. Not at all. It was not an easy exam. There were a lot of new questions, new concepts in the exam. So, I wasn't sure at all.
Oh, okay. So upon all the resources you used, you still met new concepts. You saw new concepts that you didn't know.
Definitely. There were definitely a lot of new concepts, and there are gonna be new concepts in the exam. In a block of 40, 4 to 5 questions were of new concepts.
Oh, okay. So if you are to take the exams again or prepare all over again, what will you do different?
Okay. Okay. No, I wouldn't watch the Kaplan series.
You
I
wouldn't
think
watch
it's
them?
not, no, I think it's not time efficient. I would move
Okay.
directly to the board and the beyond lectures.
Did you use Board and Beyond?
Yeah, I did. After my Kaplan series, I used to watch boards and beyond for every topic, that I felt I'm not good at.
Okay. Okay. So okay, you will not watch Kaplan, but rather Board and Beyond. And what else will you do different?
Okay. Now, the other thing I would do is definitely I would complete MBOS. It's a very good resource. I did around 800 to 900 questions of that, but if I do the steps again, I would definitely do that complete now.
Oh, okay. The Amboss questions, right?
Yeah. Another thing that I would do differently is not to take a lot of breaks. During the initial stages of my preparation, I used to take a lot of breaks, 2 to 3 days every single week. I wouldn't do that again because, the breaks, they break your rhythm. Start to forget things as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's true. So will you recommend someone to just start with U word? Because some people say start with U word, start with U word. Do you think it is good to
Okay.
start on the first day with U word?
Yes, definitely, definitely.
So you think you started U word late?
Uh, yeah, I guess I did. I should have done right after the lectures. I should not go to the second pass of the first aid.
Oh, okay, okay. So um during the preparation period, as you were saying, people take breaks. It's because sometimes they lose confidence, and they need motivation and all that. So what kept you moving? What kept you motivated to go through this tough journey? What was your motivation?
Okay. So my motivation was, all the WhatsApp or Snapchat stories of my seniors, my cousins, my relatives working in the USA. So, I used to watch them, see how they are doing in their hospital, the good environment of the hospital. So this is all which keep me motivated and kept me going.
Okay. And in the beginning of our interview, you said in terms of your concept, you grade yourself 7/10. That means you were a good student. Do you think like a very below average student can go through this process and pass the exams?
Exactly, exactly. I have seen many average students scoring a lot of good score, in the 260s, 270s. So it's all about the consistency, your hard work, your motivation. If you are doing all that, you're gonna get a good score, no matter how was you in your medical school.
Oh, okay. So in total, from the beginning of Kaplan to the end of the exams, it took you like how many months?
It took me around 13 months with plus an additional 6 months that were wasted in the COVID lockdown.
Or 30 months plus 6 months?
Yeah, 13 months plus 6 months.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. So you mentioned that some of your seniors have taken the exams before, so probably you had people in your school who had experience with this exam, so they guided you and all that, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I had
Mm-hmm.
from my scene.
Okay. Do you think one can build his concepts with UWord without watching any videos? He'll just start UWord and do it
Okay.
on timed tutor mode and just study the explanations. Do you think it is a good approach?
No, I would say you have to watch the videos. If you are very good at the concepts, you can directly go to the U world as well. Many people do that, but you having a basic concepts by watching the lectures that definitely helps a lot. And this exam is all about the concepts and integration.
Okay. So what if you finish the UWord before you watch the videos? Because
Uh,
because in that way you already know how the questions are being put in the so when you're watching the videos you can connect well. What because that is how some people also think is a good approach to do it that way. What do you think about that?
uh, no, I wouldn't recommend that approach. This approach.
Okay, doing the questions before watching the videos.
Yes, definitely. I think Jewel is an enormous resource, and you have to have good concepts before doing this. Only this way, you can understand the deep concepts in the U world. It has a lot of new concepts other
Yeah.
than UFA. So, in order to understand that, you have to have good basics as well.
Okay, so you think the U word explanations uh, is not enough to build your concepts, your basic concepts.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so in what sequence do you think is appropriate to take the NBMEs?
I would recommend doing all the old NBMAs before the first pass of U world event. You know, do all the old NBMAs like 13, 15, 16, 17. They are all available offline now. So everyone should do them, in the U world first pass. So after the first pass of U world, I would recommend going straight to the new NBMAs. The NBME 21, I did NBME 21. It's a very good one. It's easier than all the other new NVMEs, and definitely it boosts you. So one should do this earlier, and after that you can take NVMe 20, 22, 23, and I would recommend doing 24 and the 18 NVMe 18 later in your preparation, because they do tell your assessments very exactly like your real exam.
Okay, so what is the in terms of the question setting? How what is the difference between the NBME question and the U word question?
Okay. So the main difference is NVMe kind of, ask the question straightforward. There's no, they don't go there and there like USAs or UWorld. They just ask you simply the thing. But the problem with the NVMe is their words are very twisted. Many people find it hard to understand what they are really asking. So I
Oh,
guess
okay.
that's definitely a bad point about NVMes.
And that is how the main exams is.
No, that's not how the main exam is. In the real exam, they're asking very, very clearly about the thing. They're giving you many, many hints, and they give me, if a disease. Let me tell you an example. If a disease, has 5 features, they will give you at least 4 features in the real exam. So there's no way you're gonna miss that.
Okay. So usually people say the exams has a pattern, or even solving U word, there's a pattern. Did you recognize any pattern that you were able to even guess and get the question right, even though you don't know the concept, but because you know the pattern, you're able to get some things right?
Yes, exactly. There were a lot of questions like that. I did solve a lot of questions, using some basic prior knowledge or, ruling out the options, getting to the correct option. If you know the other concepts, that's not going to be answer. You know that. So you're kind of left with only one option. And even you didn't know about that, you felt like, okay, this is the option because I don't know anything about it.
Okay. And also, most medical students are scared of biostatistics. How was it? How was your biostats?
Okay, on my real exam, biostats was very, very easy.
So how did you use the first aid to clear your concept? How did you study the first aid? And how did you
Okay.
get all your concepts cleared?
Okay. I've watched the videos before, but the videos didn't explain anything in the F8. So if I get some new concept or something I didn't understand, what I did was I go to the YouTube, search for that topic. I used to watch so many videos. I guess it helped me a lot because I cleared all my concepts during my second pass of the first aid. It took me a lot of time. It definitely takes a lot of time, but in the end, it was all fruitful.
Okay, okay. During your preparation, what was your most difficult subject?
My most difficult subjects was biochemistry.
Okay. Even after watching the Kaplan videos and all that?
Yeah, definitely. I hated biochemistry right from my medical school, so it was kind of difficult for me.
Oh, okay. Did you get a lot of biochemistry questions during the
Yeah,
exams?
got a lot of biochemistry questions in my real exam.
Oh, sorry. By 10 out good, so yeah.
Yeah, but I did them right. What I did was I turned the most difficult subject for me to the most brilliant subject that I was in the last stages of my preparation. What I did was I used to revise biochemistry every day. I pick up one topic, I revise them every single day as one topic. So by the end of my preparation, I was very good at biochemistry.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. So for those who are preparing for these exams, who are the beginning stages, what advice do you have for them?
I would advise them, to have small daily targets. Don't look up that far. People get depressed when they look. There's a lot of things to do right now. Make small targets, achieve them, and then think about the next day. Make a small target and be consistent.
Thank you very much, Doctor, for your time. And
Thank you.
we wish you all the best in your CK preparation.